What's an unpopular opinion?
If it wasn't for food stamp and welfare, these would really be broke.
Oh.
When they got the children, child support. The one for child support, y'all to be poor.
Stop trying to live off the niggas, man. Get your own motion.
With your broke ass.
If I like, I'm gonna take care of you. But stop thinking that y'all entitled to what we gotta give you. We just gotta give y'all something.
Message.
Y'all poor. Poor mind frame.
Y'all get more when y'all don't act.
You get more when you don't hold.
What's an unpopular opinion?
Just get you some money.
How you spot a broke in the club?
When they get up in that section and the bottle come out, they first one take a shot.
That's a shot, ain't it? Oh, that look like a shot to me.
Them all gonna say, what about it? What? I ain't got a dime on that bitch.
They ain't got burn not a wine, not a motherfucking thing.
We gonna let them drink though? But
we gonna crank them.
Oh, we gonna crank them for sure. But I know you ain't got no money, baby. Cool though.
Cause they gonna get crushed too.
How you spot a broke nigga in the club?
No.
She know how to read. They gonna get her.
You gonna trick out.
Hold on. I'm just finna start slapping bitches.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
A few moments later.
Because I'm in between jobs like crazy. I've been paying market rent all my life before anybody say, yeah, she just saying that because she on public housing assistance and she just doing that because she trying to milk the system for life. No, my goal was not to milk the system for life, but it did help me temporary because I will be moving. Let me put this on here. I will be moving back out and back into market rent apartments, okay? But there are some people, everybody ain't just passing through like me. There are some people that cannot afford, like me, to move off of Section 8, okay? I know people that got 5+ kids. They cannot afford that. And whatever choices that they made that was poorly, that is on them. Nobody is walking this earth is perfect, man. It is some rude, ignorant ass people on here that's talking about, oh, I hope it get cut off. Really?
Fatality.
If you want Section 8, you're going to want to stay and watch this video. Of course, before I start, if this is the first time seeing me on the FYP, you might want to get to know me. I'm really fucking honest. For the Patriots to see this, if I'm new to you, go ahead and press that red plus sign for me real quick. Let's follow up. With that, let's jump in. All right, so this is for all my able-bodied Section 8 goers. That is the ones having babies with men that ain't shit, the Pookies, the Ray-Rays, the 20-year-olds, 25-year-olds, 30-year-olds that can work and just choose not to work because they've been living off the system more than half their fucking life, thanks to your mom for teaching you how to work the antics. But I'm going to give you some good, well, bad news. Good for me, bad for you.
You're broke! You're fucking poor!
What's going on YouTube? Is your boy Ron back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. So I had got a message from one of my longtime subscribers. I actually met this brother while I was in Vegas. So if y'all been watching the travel blog channel, as well as this channel, because he was involved in a live show that was on his channel before I started the live show channel. Shout out to Cloud Ninja 92. AKA also known as Cam. Met that brother in Vegas along with Jamal and a few other people that watched the show. Thank you guys. I appreciate you and loved meeting you guys. Honestly, I wouldn't mind going back to Vegas again. As you guys may have known, that was actually my first time in Vegas. Come to think of it, I spent more time on a plane overseas than flying domestically in the United States. Anyway, he had brought to my attention that supposedly Trump is cutting Section 8. And we all know who got heated the most when this news came about. The same women that claim they got all these homes that they own and what have you. The same ones that got all the debt. The same ones that got the highest eviction rate. Yeah, that demographic. Anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it.
I don't know if this is true. I don't know if this is factual, but Section 8 will be cut come 2025 or later 2025. This is what I've seen on, I think it's on Facebook, and I didn't even go and fact check.
Of course, you're too lazy to even open up another app on your phone to go read the information from the source yourself to verify if the caption you just read on Section 8 Hair Glue Twitter is actually true.
But I want to address the comment that I seen, and it was like, this is good because people be on Section 8 and they abuse it. And it's like, how is this good? Whether a group of people are abusing a resource, if you take the whole resource away, for the people that's not abusing it, we don't have it. And I feel like that was always a problem with, Trump voters or people who didn't side with Kamala Harris because they thought that they were just giving out, awards. Everybody was getting participation awards. No, they were giving out, resources for people who needed it. And it's because you fell through the loop of, freeloaders and stuff like that. That's just what happens when you have a public service.
Man, shut this baby bot bimbo babble up. She said people who need it as in herself. But look at the nails on this woman. Do y'all know how much a full set like that costs today? Look at these tattoos. Look at the wig. These wigs not cheap. She's so privileged to be able to spend hundreds of dollars on somebody else's hair and fake nails, but complaining about potentially losing her access to free rent. You can't make this stuff up.
But when you take it away, now people are scrounging. And when people get in survival, when people do things that they would not normally do. So it puts you at a danger. So even if you're not a part of the Section 8 community, you get around somebody who need to feed their family and watch what they do. And watch how they act and watch how people move. And I think that's what, Trump is kind of bargaining at. He's getting at, stir crazy. People become fearful for their lives. It's survival of the fittest. So certain, government assistance that's now being taken away is not an act of service. It's not, now everybody's going to get up on their own 2 feet. No. People don't have it like that. It's not like everyone is not dealt the same card. So you're not going to be like putting everybody at the same starting line and then whatever. No, this is going to be crazy. I don't know if it's true that they're taking away Section 8, but that wasn't a really good comment. It was very ignorant because what?
So apparently Trump is proposing a bill that will cut Section 8 funding. You don't have to be someone that utilizes Section 8 to see the damage that this man is trying to cause. Why is it when money needs to be cut, they want to try to take from low-income families, but not make their rich friends pay their taxes? If the people who were well off would just pay their taxes, no money would need to be cut.
Translation, if rich people pay more taxes, then the rich and middle class can continue to fund everybody below the poverty line, even the ones sitting up on TikTok with lace wigs, bundles, long claw nails, and eyelashes, calling everybody else broke. Yeah, I get it.
And people seem to think that, ghetto people are just the ones with Section 8. No, it is made for low-income families, people with disabilities, veterans, people that just need help paying their rent.
And for the record, the cuts are not for vets and the disabled. It's for able-bodied people that can physically provide for themselves, but choose not to.
It just seemed like to me that they like to attack groups that are the most vulnerable instead of getting more money from the groups that are more stable. That's just crazy to me. And at some point, you got to think, these people are really evil. You're cutting funding from people who already can't afford their housing. How evil do you sound? Section 8 has paved the way for many people to be able to have roof and housing over their heads. So to make that a primary focus for cutting, it's just weird to me. Diabolical, if you will.
Section 8.
Here's my issue with this. And I think this is something that's being overlooked. First of all, they're referring to able-bodied people that are not working just because they don't want to work. Okay, obviously there are people that need this funding, which actually is just going to be going down to the states. So technically y'all really aren't going to lose Section 8. It'll just probably be called something else and it'll be funded by the state and not federal anymore. Which is basically he just did the same thing with he did the same thing. I think the same thing was done with, I forgot something else. It was another issue that got sent down to the states as well, which is kind of strange because from what I've been told, that's what majority people wanted, but they hate him for it. So I don't know. That shit just weird to me. It just go to show you some people that really just don't like this guy. But anyway, here's my thing though. When you think about it, that actually makes sense because if we're trying to be considerate of the veterans and the disabled people, for all we know, those people are probably on these long ass waiting lists just like all these other people. So why shouldn't they be a priority first? Why shouldn't they get first dibs, considering technically they're not able? Those are not able people. Therefore, make sure they're taken care of first and then work your way down from there. Am I tripping? Or is that just too much like sense? Or that's just too much like right for me? I don't know. But judging by the move that's being made here, you would think that would be the route that they would take, at least in my opinion. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud, man. I could be wrong. Let's keep it moving.
If you will. Section 8, baby, let's talk about it. Section 8 is a blessing. It was created to help people who are struggling, not as a trap, but as a trampoline. It's supposed to give folks room to breathe while they rebuild. Mentally, financially, emotionally, spiritually. Let's be real, not everybody uses this like that. Instead of elevating, some people are doing everything that they can to stay stuck. And it's not because they can't grow. It's because they've grown comfortable and struggle. The first thing is, if I make too much money, they'll raise my rent. So instead of leveling up their income, people start turning down hours, quitting jobs, choosing under the table work. They can keep their rent low. They fear abundance because they believe to condition that more success equals less support. What they don't realize is they're capping their own potential just to stay small. A lot of people feel like, why leave if I'm comfortable? Some folks get used to paying $0 to $20 of rent, so they just stop striving. They stop planning to own a home, improving their credit, or breaking generational curses. It just sit. Meanwhile, people with the real needs, single mom with disabled kids, the elderly, folks on disability, are sitting on the waiting list for years. They attach their identity to struggle. Struggle becomes familiar, growth feels uncomfortable, but they stay where it's safe. They don't have to change, risk, or expand. It's not always laziness. Sometimes it's trauma and fear, but the result is the same. They block their own elevation. Some people like to game the system, lying about who lives in the home, not reporting full income, having partners who live rent-free but aren't on the lease. Then they'll get mad at the system, and they're the ones manipulating it. This isn't survival anymore, baby. That's entitlement. But here's who hurts in the process. Disabled parent is trying to get safe housing for their child in a wheelchair. Young G woman fresh out of a DV relationship, who's working 2 jobs and still can't afford rent or a place to stay. Grandmother who's raising her grandkids with no support and no place to stay. They're not asking for handouts. They're asking for a chance. The chance is taken by people who don't want to grow because their rent will change. Section 8 is not the problem. The mindset is. Let's be clear. Crystal clear. This is not about race either. White people are on Section 8, Hispanic folks, Asians, Black people. Okay, so it's nothing about race. This isn't a race issue. It's a personal responsibility issue. We need to stop letting shame, comfort, or fear keeping us from stepping up or stepping off when the time is right. Nobody is saying get off tomorrow. Nobody is saying that you don't deserve help. I'm not saying that. But if you're sitting on Section 8 year after year, not working, not growing, not healing, not planning for better, then you're blocking someone else's breakthrough.
Nah, this the same woman that tried to say men that don't simp are on the DL, man. So, you know, a broken clock could be right twice a day. So I'll give her that. But yeah, I ain't let that one go. So I'll give you this one, but nah, I ain't let that one go. Cause that I'm like, these gay slurs to try to silence men and try to manipulate men to do what they want them to do is really starting to piss me off. But I do got to disagree with one thing. I do agree, but at the same time, I don't. Because she mentioned the fact that this is not a race thing. Here's the thing. In a way, y'all are kind of making it a race thing, because when this came to my attention and I started scrolling on TikTok about it, guess what demographic was complaining the most? Guess which one? Yeah, we all know which one was complaining the most. Let's keep it moving.
Oh my fucking God, y'all. They say that just signed a executive order to stop housing assistance. That means if you pay zero rent, you won't pay zero rent. You're going to be paying rent. President Trump just signed an executive order that we can no longer have free housing assistance. You can no longer have subsidized housing. You can no longer have Section 8. You can no longer get any assistance. What have y'all done? And oh, this is terrible. You can no longer get Section 8. You can no longer get housing assistance, and you can no longer get subsidized housing and zero rent. President Trump signed an executive order.
Man, I know I'm going to sound mean as hell when I'm going to say this, but I got to say it. Bro, that woman look like she living off of Section 8. Like, real talk, bro. Like, if you're black and you're watching this, bro, you know exactly what the fuck I mean. And for those that are not black, bro, I'm just letting y'all know, there are just some black people that just have a certain look. You could just look at them and be like, oh yeah, I know you got an EBT card. Damn.
The Trump administration is trying to kill Section 8. Section 8 and government subsidized housing is now in the crosshairs of the Trump administration. They are looking to cut it by at least 40% to help save money. There's about 2.3 million people that get government subsidized housing through Section 8 across the country, and the Trump administration is looking to take it from a national level to a state level. So before you freak out with all this misinformation out there, it's not going away. The goal is to take it from a national, overinflated, overbloated, overfunded program to a state level program where the national government will kick in a little bit, the states will have to kick in as well, and they will actually have to have a budget. There's also a discussion about a cap on able-bodied adults only getting it for so long. This is one of those things where the headlines sound scarier than the actual sublines. However, this will affect real estate. And this is why I've been telling y'all that Section 8 isn't guaranteed. Let me know what you think in the comments. The Trump administration is looking to kill Section 8.
If you want Section 8, you're going to want to stay and watch this video. Of course, before I start, if this is the first time seeing me on the FYP, you might want to get to know me. I'm really fucking honest. For the Patriots to see this, if I'm new to you, go ahead and press that red plus sign for me real quick. Let's follow up. With that, let's jump in. All right, so this is for all my able-bodied Section 8 goers. That is the ones having babies with men that ain't shit, the Pookies, the Ray-Rays, the 20-year-olds, 25-year-olds, 30-year-olds that can work and just choose not to work because they've been living off the system more than half their fucking life, thanks to your mom for teaching you how to work the antics. But I'm going to give you some good, well, bad news. Good for me, bad for you. So Trump just put out his 2026 budget plan, and in that plan, he plans to cut housing programs like Section 8 by 43%. That would be putting 2.3 million houses at risk. I know it sounds bad, but a lot of you motherfuckers can work and you just choose not to. So here's how it's going to work. Since you guys love democracy so much that you want the Democrat Party to win, well, we're giving you some more democracy right live and in living color. Trump is going to allow for budgets to be given down to the states, okay? And he's going to be doing block grants. This is how the money's going to be allocated. But wait. There's more. For those of you that are on Section 8 and are able-bodied, that means not disabled, not elderly, they're fine. But you guys, there's going to be a cap. You get 2 years, 2 calendar years. So go ahead, go into Google, ask Google, hey Google, what's a calendar year consist of? How many weeks? Then when you get that answer, times that by 2. That's what you get. After that, you get what you get and you don't get upset. You got to work for it like everybody else. So if I were you, I'd get busy looking for a fucking job because boy, would I hate to be you when it comes down to getting pulled out that Section 8 household. And plus, no one wants a sheriff coming to their door. Hey, bum, get out of there. So do yourself a favor. If you're young and you're reckless, now's the time to get your ass in order. Start being responsible. Stop having babies out of wedlock. Stop fucking with Pookie and Ray and get focused. Besides, a lot of you claim to be single, independent people anyways, right? Well, Time to show and prove. It was fun. Everybody was doing Friendsgiving. Everybody was doing bottle service on the weekends. Ladies, going to girls' trips. Ladies, spending money on cars you knew you couldn't afford in the first place. Ladies, and now it's time to actually pay your fucking rent. Ladies. That's right. Everybody's paying about a good $1,700, depending on where you at. I'm in New York. Almost $2,300 to get a single bedroom nowadays. Yep, no more $300 rent, ladies. So if I were you, I'd get into the mindset of working hard and working hard fast. And if that ain't on me, it most certainly is on God and the rest of America who's tired of paying for your lazy ass.
Yeah, something tells me we're going to see more OnlyFans creators and probably more homeless women or more women staying with their parents here in the future. Y'all let me know what you thought about this. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hit that bell notification. That way y'all know when I'm uploading. Hit the like button because that's what the algorithm. And also reach a broader audience. Also look out for the travel vlog channel, Unplugged Traveler, as well as the live show channel. Both links are in the description. Until the next video, y'all. Deuces.